Fab, rollercoaster week at Newcastle United, out of the FA Cup, but then bouncing back in style in the League Cup. How do you sum up the last few days?
We were obviously disappointed with the loss against Sheffield Wednesday, but we had to come back, and we know how big the game is for Newcastle, for us as a group, and tried everything to go to the semi-finals, and obviously I think we performed quite well and deserve to be there, and now looking forward for the semi-finals.
I was going to say Tuesday, everything about it, the result, the performance, the atmosphere, does that go down as one of the best nights as a Newcastle United player for you?
Probably one of this year, 100%. Don't want to know how it is in the semi-finals then. No, but obviously it's always great, especially this season at home. Fans are obviously enjoying the moment where we are and what we're doing this season. Also like games last season, for example, Arsenal game, or it's crazy, and then I'm just enjoying that kind of games, and you have to enjoy the moments as well, and I absolutely do.
We'll come back to the atmosphere in a bit, but I can't talk to you and not mention Dan Burn. A huge night for Dan, obviously. Jody scoring at the Gallagher end. What did you make of that moment for Dan when he scored, and what was he like after?
I was honestly so happy for him, because I was joking around since weeks, because he haven't scored for us, and had also plenty of chances in some games, and I knew that the moment would come, and then just for him as a person and as a lad, it was great to see. Obviously 100% deserves it, and obviously for the team as well, it was very important. Had so many chances in the game and didn't score, and then obviously he scored his first goal, and must be a special moment for himself, and I was really happy for him.
We all saw the scenes in the dressing room after. Of course, you pretty much had a front row seat from what I could see.
Yeah, I don't want to see that again.
Disco Dan, no, not want to see that ever again.
No, it's probably better not scoring again if I have to see this. And it's like, no, he has good moves, to be fair. Like, for his, I don't know what he's 6 foot, what, 7?
6'7", yeah.
Yeah, it's like quite good moves, but I still don't want to see them.
Never know. If you get to Wembley and win,
yeah, true.
Could be seeing Disco Dan being broken out again. Bearing that in mind, Newcastle aren't at Wembley yet, of course. There's a big semi-final to come. It's not Manchester City, which many people thought it might be. It's Southampton instead. But while this is going to be a difficult test across 2 legs, how big an opportunity is this now for Newcastle to get to Wembley for the first time, 23 years, I think it is?
Yeah, we know where we are at the stage of the League Cup, and obviously now you're there and you want to go to Wembley. It's gonna be 2 very difficult games. I know people are happy, like Man City being out, and we play against Southampton. Obviously, it would be very difficult against Man City if they would be still in. But you see the game yesterday and how they perform and how well they play. We have to be. In our head, it must be clear that it's going to be very difficult, but we know our qualities, and we are in a point where we obviously want to go through, and we do everything to do that.
Back in August, I remember us talking, you said that you hoped you'd still be at Newcastle the day that this club won a trophy. What do you think that would do, hypothetically, even if it was to come this season, for the city and for the club?
Don't want to look too far, ahead, but obviously, even you see the atmosphere in a quarter-final, and you don't want to see the atmosphere in the final, or what it would mean to the club and to the fans. They're waiting so long for the period we are in now, with the success, and also the Premier League, which is working quite well, and obviously the Cup, we are in the semi-finals, so I think they're just enjoying the moment, and now we're there, and obviously we want to go to Wembley, and this is just what we try to do.
It's success that's largely been built on the defence, not just the back 4, back 5, but throughout the team as well, defending from the front. but there seems to be a real camaraderie. There seems to be like a real friendship amongst the defenders, amongst you, Dan, Sven, etc., Trips, Popey. Is there that kind of friendship away from the pitch as well? Are you kind of mates? Do you hang out off the pitch or not?
It's not just us four. I think just mentioned the whole team spirit in the team. I think it's unbelievable. I've been in few clubs, and I have to say this is probably one of the best like team spirits I've been in. So you don't have to be hanging around off the pitch all the time, but if you are here, we are working for each other. You know, you can see it on the pitch, off the pitch, the guys who play, the guys who are on the bench, everyone for a game is involved, and that makes us so strong, I think. And yeah, obviously when you're doing well, it's easier as well. But just the characters we have in the team is fantastic, and I'm just thankful for being in the team and enjoying the situation we are in.
How does it sound to you then, to the rest of the team, knowing that, what are we, 5 months into the season, Newcastle still have the best defensive record in the Premier League?
Yeah, obviously as defenders, it's nice to see that. You know, obviously every game we want to try to avoid chances, to try to get clean sheets. I think we've done that very well this season, but it's not down just for the defenders, the whole team. Like we press teams or defend as a group. It's just been very solid this season, and it's all down to the hard work we put in training day by day. And yeah, I mean, after now half of the season having that defense and considered that few goals is something very important for our success, and I think we have to just keep try to do the same.
A big part of that is someone that we've talked about before, Sven Botman, of course, arriving last summer, seems to have settled in so well into Newcastle. Just how good has he become in such a short space of time, and why do you think you two have formed a very, very good central defensive partnership?
Yeah, I mean, his quality is huge. I could see this from day one. Obviously, sometimes people need a bit time to play in a different league, and the Premier League is maybe a bit different. But I think he came in a team which it's like quite easy to come in as well. And obviously, when you're doing well, it's the best thing you come in, and then you add a quality player like him, gives us another lift, and you see him playing and still see how young he is, you know, and what career he can achieve. It's like it can be really big, and just very pleased that he signed for us last year and being our team now, and also, like I said, as a character, as a lad, it's been great. Yeah, and I mean, the whole thing like going quite well, and it's like I said, it's down to the work on the pitch. I think we speak a lot as well about situation and how to be defending together, us two or back four or whatever, and just worked very well.
And I speak to a lot of fans about you as well, and a lot of them mention at £3 million Fabian Schär's probably one of the best signings for value that Newcastle United have ever made. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was Parker, no? I think. No, that's not my thing about money and stuff like that. But just try to play my part, you know. And obviously, now we're doing well, and personally, it's working quite well, and I'm very pleased with the situation. And like I say, and not just now, but also before, I'm enjoying being here, you know. Even before, when it was difficult, I like this club so much, and it means so much to me, and I'm so thankful as well now that we are like not always fighting for relegation, you know. It was tough in times, but now we deserve it, I think, the whole club and myself as well. So I'm just working hard and also at the same time enjoy football.
Do you feel almost like a fine wine, that you're getting better with age?
I don't know, probably. Must be, no. I mean, yeah, and it was some period was difficult, but not just for me, for I think the whole club in the past years. And then since 1 year, obviously, so many things have changed. And then with the new manager, obviously, he knows what kind of player I am and what he wants from me and what can do for the team. So I'm just try to play my way of football and try to do the things what he wants to do what he wants from me, and that's it. Yeah.
You touched upon it briefly there, but I know we've done plenty of interviews over the last few years, and we've talked relegation, haven't we? We've talked negative things. How nice is it for just as a person, rather than just a player, to actually talk about positive things when we're in this kind of interview setting like we are?
Yeah, it's completely different. I mean, also like week by week, training is better to go in. It's like just your general feeling going through life, like sounds a bit like over it, but like it's just different. And I think for me or for like other players who have been in relegation battle for like a couple of years, I think we appreciate the situation even more and try to work even harder to sustain in that position.
You're getting better, like we touched upon. Newcastle, like we constantly say every single week, are getting better. Last year, 19th in the Premier League. Fast forward a year, Newcastle 3rd in the Premier League, into a semi-final of the League Cup. If someone had said that to you last year, that in 12 months' time you'll be in this position, what would you have said to them?
Well, must have been a good year then, yeah. No, I think nobody expected that, but and we know what we achieved, but I always say like now it's halfway through the season, so we have it's not finished, So we know how hard it is, and how much games we still have to play to really achieve something, and so I'm not like just enjoying the moment and think like lay back, you know what I mean? I know it's gonna be hard the next game, and we have to just continue to do the same things.
Eddie talked about that post-match on Tuesday. He said about how it's important to enjoy the moments as football players and as general people as well. If Europe is to be the target this season, is that the key to achieving that? Enjoying the moments?
Well, I think we have just focus on our team, I know we are at the moment in a position where probably no one expected us to be, but we know how difficult it is to play against us, but we need to focus on our game and like game by game. I know it's going to be tough again on Sunday, and obviously teams they know how strong we are at the minute, so they want to do everything to get something special at St. James Park. So just focus on the things we can do, and then
He also said a different thing last week. I think Eddie's said this a couple of times before, but we're not here to be popular, we're here to compete, he constantly says. What does that mean to the players, do you think? How much does that mean to the players, the fact that you are here to compete simply?
Yeah, I mean, every game you try to do everything to win. Sometimes you don't have to be nice, you know what I mean? You have to be ugly, you have to be not nice to your opponents, but at the end, if you get the win, I don't care, I don't mind. But I think that's the same for everyone. But I think over time now we maybe realize more what you need to get a win, and sometimes we have to be ugly, we have to be not nice, we don't have to play 90 minutes great football to win a game, and that's the thing we learned over time. Yeah.
And that continues into Fulham, like you pointed out, on Sunday. Is this one of these games, bearing in mind what happened on Tuesday and Newcastle riding the crest of a wave at the minute, that you'd love to play Fulham tomorrow? The momentum is so clearly with the club right now.
Yeah, but if you see Fulham, I mean, they could probably say similar things. I mean, they're doing very well this season. We know how tough this game is going to be. So we have to forget the game now, what we played against Leicester, and focus on the Premier League. It's a different competition. We want to win, we play at home again, so just start again, and it's a new game, so everything can happen.
And just finally, like we've touched upon, that home form is hugely important to Newcastle, still unbeaten at St James's Park this season. What do you feel has given that home atmosphere an extra edge this campaign?
I think just everyone feels different like a year ago. Like from the start, like the new owners and then the new manager came in. I think like the fans, they realized like the club is moving forward, you know. And then seeing us doing well, like where we've been like for years and where we are now, I think they just finally can be happy like to be at the stadium and enjoy like wins and stuff like this. And obviously it's a huge lift for us every game when you walk to the tunnel and just try to be together a unit as the whole Newcastle.